Andy, welcome to Banu Electronics. Today I would like to explain about GNR diode VA characteristics and GNR diode as voltage regulator using multisim. Okay, and also its VA characteristics using multisim. So first of all, what is meant by GNR diode? So GNR diode is a type of diode which is used for voltage regulation purposes. So normally GNR diode is used as voltage regulator in reverse bias condition. So now we are going to design the circuit. So let us see what are the components required for the designing of the circuit. First we are designing this VA characteristics. Okay, so let us first design VA characteristics of GNR diode. Okay, VA characteristics of GNR diode. And next one, what are the components required for this one is, first of all we should take power supply, DC power supply. So simply take this one as DC power supply. Next one, resistor. Next one, ammeter. So we will take a ammeter later. Diode, GNR diode. So normally we take the GNR diode, this one IN1N4737J, and ground. We need two multimeters also as ammeter and voltmeter. Okay, so with this the components requirement is fulfilled, and let us design the circuit now. First of all we will design the circuit in forward bias condition. Okay, so in forward bias condition we will design. So I am designing the circuit in forward bias condition. Let us rotate this one clockwise. Positive terminal should go to I am designing the circuit in the reverse bias condition. I am changing the connection. So let us connect in the forward bias condition. So for forward bias condition, for PN junction diode or GNR diode, so the positive terminal of the battery, that is this one, this positive terminal of the battery should go to the P side, that is anode side, and the negative terminal of the battery should go to the N side, that is cathode side. Okay, similarly here the voltmeter should also go to the positive side, and to the negative terminal of the battery should go to the negative side or ground, whatever it may be. So with this we have connected the GNR diode. So just we will run the process and we will see the characteristics. Okay, so basically in normal characteristics, if you have to calculate the normal characteristics, we will select interactive simulation, just run the circuit. Okay, after this one you will get voltage and current values. Okay, with this you can observe normally Zener diode is also a diode, so it has a cut-in voltage. For example, we are applying 0.3 volts. As we are applying 0.3 volts, so we can observe that current here across the multimeter 1. We can observe this is multimeter 1. The reading is taken it as in DC supply only, and it is multimeter 2, and it is taken as a voltmeter. So when we apply a small voltage of 0.3, we can observe that the diode voltage across the diode is very less. Similarly, the current is also very less, which is in nanoamps. So let us increase the voltage to 1 volt. So let us increase the voltage to 1 volt. Here you can observe that a little bit of current is coming from nano to micro. The current has appeared. So similarly, increase somewhat current voltage, input voltage to 3 volts, 4 volts. So let us observe. So see here the current is in milliamps. That means the current has increased. So to find the correct graph, we can use this DC sweep analysis. Okay, by using DC sweep analysis, we can directly find the forward characteristics. So let us take it as 5 volts and increment as 0.5 and current. Okay, just run the circuit. We'll go to see the forward characteristics. See here, don't confuse here. So it is minus 0.5. This is 0.5. So in the middle we have 0. So here the current is going to start, and it is increasing by as per the Ohm's law. Okay, linearly. And next, if you want to calculate this in the Excel sheet, if you want to transfer the characteristics wholly, you can use this one. That is Excel transfer, export to Excel. So here you can click this one, and a dialog box will appear, and just OK that one. So it will redirect to the Excel file. So in this Excel file, you can see that values of x-axis and y-axis. So on x-axis we have taken V forward voltage in volts. Similarly, on y-axis we have taken I forward in milliamps. Okay, right? Yes. So these are the two values we have obtained for the forward characteristics. So just if you want to draw, okay, if you want to draw graph so these are the forward characteristics of the Zener diode. Okay, here we can change the titles as per our requirement. In this I am taking current in IF, current in milliamps. Okay, similarly here I am taking voltage in volts, voltage in volts. Okay, you know that these are the forward characteristics. I am just renaming this as forward characteristics. Forward characteristics. So these are the forward characteristics of the Zener diode. Similarly, for the reverse characteristics, we just rotate this Zener diode and connect it. Okay. So normally for the diode I have taken that is IN1N4737A. So in general it has a cut-in voltage, a breakdown voltage of let us see what is the breakdown voltage for this one. So you can observe here the breakdown voltage is 7.545. This is the breakdown voltage of the this 1N4737J Zener diode. So up to that voltage the diode will not break. Okay, beyond that voltage, if you go on increasing, the diode will definitely break down and the current will increase rapidly in the reverse bias condition. Okay, so first of all, let us see the connection in reverse bias. So for this we have to flip this Zener diode vertically, so that the positive terminal of the battery will go to the negative terminal of the diode, and the negative terminal of the battery will go to the positive terminal of the diode, Zener diode. Okay, so this is the reverse bias condition. You can rename it as reverse bias. Okay, similarly perform the DC sweep analysis for this one. Okay, for DC sweep analysis also we have to take this one only, ID1, but the current we will get here up to 7.745 voltage, the breakdown will not occur, right? So let us say the values up to 10 and just run. See here, so the diode breakdown occurred around 7.45 like that. Okay, here like that, here the breakdown occurred and the graph went down. So let us increase somewhat voltage up to 15. So see here, clearly you can see the breakdown at this point and the voltage characteristics and the current in the circuit went down. Okay, so transfer these values also to the Excel. Okay, sheet 2 open, and here we have taken voltage in reverse bias condition, so VR, and current in reverse condition, that is IR. The difference between Zener diode and PN junction diode currents is here the current will be obtained in the reverse bias condition also will be in the milliamps. Okay, understood? Here the current obtained in the reverse bias condition for Zener diode will be in the milliamps, whereas in the PN junction diode the current obtained will be in the microamps. Okay, but the applied voltage here, I already in the previous video told you that it is not possible to give the negative voltage in the multisim, so we are applying and executing the graph in the positive voltage itself. That's why we are not getting the graph in the third quadrant. Here it is in the first quadrant. If we change the values, okay, to the negative values, similar values but to the negative values, so then now hide this one, draw a graph for these two, so you can see the reverse characteristics clearly. Okay, so you can name it as current. Similarly here it is in milliamps like that. Here you can name it as reverse voltage VR in volts. Okay, right, remove this one, and these are the reverse characteristics, right? You can name it as in the downside like reverse characteristics. No problem, you can keep it here only, reverse. Okay, forward characteristics and reverse characteristics. Now what we do is we just copy paste this one in that one. Okay, we just try to copy paste this reverse characteristics in the forward characteristics. Okay, 1 minute. So see now the forward characteristics and the reverse characteristics of plane. Change the title to VA characteristics. So VA characteristics of Zener diode will look like this. Okay. It is voltage and this is current. This is correct. Okay. So this is how we can do VA characteristics of a Zener diode. Next one. Now Zener diode's main application is nothing but Zener diode as voltage regulator. So how can we perform Zener diode as voltage regulator? So by changing the connections and by connecting the diode in the reverse bias condition, we can use Zener diode as voltage regulator. So let us see Zener diode as voltage regulator. So always Zener diode as voltage regulator will be connected in the reverse bias condition only. So no need to mention specially as reverse bias. I am deleting this one. So some modification should be done. Here an extra load should be taken. Okay, an extra load is also there. So I am connecting a multimeter across diode, Zener diode, to just make sure the flow of current through diode is constant or not. Yes. Next one, we have to take a variable resistor. So I am taking a variable resistor of value 10 kilo ohms. So see, you can observe here 50% like the value. Okay, what is my 50%? For example, if we are taking 10 kilo ohm resistor, and if it is mentioning it as 50%, that means the load is now 5 kilo ohms. Okay, if we keep it as 10%, that means it is just 1 kilo ohm, like that. Okay, so if we keep 100%, that means the value of the load resistance now is 10 kilo ohm. Like that, by changing this percentage, we can modify the load regulation. And if we want to increase this 10 kilo ohm resistance to 100 kilo ohm resistance also, we can just double click on that one, this variable resistor, and just mention the number whatever you want. Okay, but in general 10 kilo ohms is efficient and necessary, and it's okay. So just you want to rotate this one, rotate horizontal, by 90 degrees. Similarly, here also we need a voltmeter and ammeter. So here I am taken ammeter. So here I should take voltmeter like that. Here a voltmeter should be taken. Here an ammeter should be taken. Okay, so like this we have to connect the circuit. So now multimeter 1 shows you the current across the diode, Next, this is another ammeter which shows you current at the load. Okay, this is voltmeter reading across the load. Okay, so just run this one. This is DC characteristics. So I'm just modifying it to the normal interactive simulation and just keeping to run it. So we can observe when we give the 4 volts as the input voltage, the output voltage across the diode is 3.6, okay, approximately 3.636 like that. And here we can observe that the diode current is very small, that is 8.6 pico ammeters, and current at the output side is also very low. So as we know that the diode's breakdown voltage is around 7 point something, 7.636 like that. 7.545, it's 7.545. So until this point reaches, the diode will not break, okay. After that, in general I am saying about the GNR diode in the reverse bias condition, but here GNR diode is acting as a voltage regulator in this type of connection. So here beyond that point, if we increase the supply also, we won't get increase in the output voltage. Let us see that. For example, here the input voltage is 4 volts. So what is the voltage at the output we are getting? 3.636 like that. So if I am increasing up to 7, see, if I am increasing up to 7, the voltage, if I give an input as 7, the voltage across the output is 6.36 like that. So increase a little bit, like give it as 8 volts or 9 volts. So observe now, the voltage across the resistor at the output is nothing but 7.405. Why it is like that means, as we have seen previously, the breakdown voltage of the GNR diode is 7.45 like that, okay. So GNR diode, once it reaches the breakdown, it maintains the supply constantly at the output side. That's why it is called as a voltage regulator. It is regulating the voltage, whether it may be increasing the supply also. For example, here we have given 9 volts. If we increase the 9 volts to the 20 volts also, you can observe that what is the voltage at the output. See, if we give 20 volts at the input side also, we are going to get 7.473 like that we are going to get at the output. So in this way, the GNR diode is maintaining the constant supply voltage at the output side. That's why it is called as a voltage regulator. So this is one type of calculation of the GNR diode as voltage regulator. We can do the same GNR diode as voltage regulator by changing the value of the load resistance also. Actually, by changing the value of the load resistance also, we can calculate this one. So see, for example, if I am giving a 10 volts at the input side, and we are not changing the input now, okay, we are going to change the potentiometer or variable resistor here, okay. So see here, now I am going to change. So this full value of this resistor is 10 kilo ohm. So I am applying only 10%. 10% V, as we know that V is equal to IR formula, okay. So depending upon the change in this resistance, the input voltage will be multiplied with the current, divided by the current. So here I am taking 10% resistance, that is just 1%. The load is very low, so the output will be low. If I increase the load, as I already given input as 10 volts, so output should be approximately at near the breakdown voltage, like 7 point something. But as I have taken the load very small, the output doesn't require 7.745 like that, okay. It just requires what is the requirement of the particular load. So this load requires only 6.67 volts at present. Like now in 10 kilo ohms into 2% is nothing but 2 kilo ohms. So this 2 kilo ohms, how much it is demanding at the output side means 6.67 volts only. So that is what GNR diode is giving to the output side. So if we increase this one, if I am giving it a 100%, like we have taken the full load, so then the total input should reflect at the output side, right? But it will not be done. It should not be like that. Only the breakdown voltage maximum little greater than the breakdown voltage will appear at the output side. So in these two conditions, whether we are changing the input side values of the voltage or by changing the load values, this load may be anything like your TV, laptop, whatever it may be, whatever the electronic device you are going to use, AC, anything. So this may be the load. Even the load is changing, the input supply is changing, the diode should maintain a constant voltage at the output side. That is what a Zener diode application should be. Okay, so this is all about Zener diode as voltage regulator, and thank you.